Yes, I greetings again, So we continue to talk about the Big Bang Theory and all these theories that man has come up with. Again, to all distract and distort the truth. But we not stay mute. We still give thanks and praise for the Most High. Now, the Big Bang Theory, which really sound very weak to me. I can't really understand how people can fall to start such theories, because a scientist says hypothesis. Every experiment begins with a hypothesis, and a hypothesis is a scientific guess. And remember, the key word is scientific. It's a scientific guess, so it has nothing to do with spiritual, it has nothing to do with God, it has nothing to do with creation. That all that is not taken into consideration. So we just give thanks for the scientific guesses that people try to distort the truth or try to challenge the word of God. Now, it's a very feeble theories. It's loose. It's not something that is strong enough to hold and penetrate. So if you let that theory penetrate your mind about atoms and protons and neutrons and all the energy coming together to create a bang and the world was made and all of that, deviates your mind and take you away from the Most High and take you away from creation, because it gets you lost. It gets you thinking about so much things which cannot be possible. Like I said it already, we have to know ourselves before we can think about the Creator, because the Creator is so amazing. That's why he says his ways are not our ways. His mind is not our mind. Somebody who created himself, somebody who we don't even know where he comes from, how he exists. How can you begin to imagine and fathom the powers of that? Somebody who can put a baby or a human person in another human, which a baby goes in a woman to grow and to form. And yet scientists will tell you it's just sperm and egg. You see it there? But then people still can't have kids and they're having sex all along. Yet they can't have kids. They have to go to scientists again, doctors, to tell them a reason, and they'll tell them maybe they have low sperm count, maybe their womb is weak, this and that. Give them all sorts of hypothesis, scientific guess. So the science deals with science, and we don't try to conflict with science and contradict science, but we don't like when science try to contradict God. So we throw those theories aside. The Big Bang Theory can't be proven, because if it can be proven, like I said, it should happen every day, it should happen again. Something that has happened already, which comes together, can also happen again, but it's never happened again until, it never happened again since the creation, since the world was created. They said it never happened again, or we haven't seen it happen again. So it's a weak thought. And then it brings us, same scientists come back and bring us evolution. Come back to evolution again, which it says we're coming from apes or animals or those kind of things, which is another ridiculous theory, because God has shown us that man is the smartest being, or man is the most intellectual being on the planet. There cannot be any other intellect on the planet. Apes cannot be so intellectual that they can grow and form and become human beings. Okay, this is all lies and distractions again, because they'll tell you about hominoids, or they'll tell you about Homo erectus and the Homo sapien and all these science words, which always distort the truth again, because even scientists themselves say dolphins are the most intellectual mammals, or one of the smartest mammals. So why don't we come from dolphins? We should then come from dolphins, because they're the smartest. Apes, I don't know, and usually it is always referred to apes as the black people, which always kind of conflict with my knowledge or my understanding, because when you talk about the other races like the Caucasian, they'll say they were cavemen. They didn't come from monkeys, but they were cavemen. They were just living in caves. But if you kind of study evolution, then they're talking about like Africa and the black people, which you know came from apes and then come and turn into human beings, which is very ridiculous again. It doesn't even make sense. There's holes in all these theories, and the only reason they like to say that is because they know that everything originated from Africa. So I guess if the apes came from Africa, then it must refer to more black people. So all of this is confusion because how about other races? How about all the other races, Asian, Indian? So we are all supposed to come from monkeys. So this is just things that don't make sense. These are just words and theories and sounds that just don't make sense and have too much holes to give a better or proper understanding or overstanding of life. So that's why we always resort back to the holy book, the foundation of the fundaments which the Most High has left, and which is basic instructions or basic information before leaving earth. It's the Bible. So it is what it is, and we give thanks for the knowledge. But we can't sit back and let all these theories fool our mind and mess up our knowledge and our thinking. So we give thanks that we know the truth and we try to understand more about life. So as we take out these distractions, we come back to the truth. And the truth is that the Most High is God, and the Most High is King. The Most High is great, and the Most High is love, and the Most High is kindness. And the Most High has laws that He has set, which is that He don't like His name being taken in vain. 10 commandments, we know all of it. You shouldn't steal, you shouldn't kill, you shouldn't murder. You shouldn't do all sorts of things, which we do every day. You shouldn't fornicate, you shouldn't commit adultery. You shouldn't, be jealous of your brother. All of that, which we do every day. We take it for granted because people say God damn every day. God damn it, put God and damn together, which is another word. Shouldn't even be happening because we're taking the Lord's name in vain. So much things that we break laws every day, and it's not just you, it's I and I, everybody, So we just give thanks for the knowledge that we're trying to know the word or know God better, and that is how we're supposed to live. So we give thanks.